we need to see educations of comparable quality. This naturally calls for mammoth investment from the private sector. Now, this is only, even the India's GER at the secondary level is inferior to countries like Bangladesh and Vietnam, which has the per capita income much less than us. So that is that India's secondary education is in a very, I must say, it's not a very satisfactory stage. It's very disheartening to look into the inefficiency at the secondary level. This is one part of the story. We need to understand that the quickening pace of globalization over the past 20 years has produced a whole new world. Students today live in a world that is very different from the one which we have all grew up in. Today's students cannot live in this world with unsolved problems. So naturally, the way we have learned, this same thing cannot be repeated to them. There are greater awareness today about quality in terms of infrastructure, teachers, curriculum, processes, and technology. Simultaneously, the new neoliberalism are impacting the educations, leading to marketizations, commodification, and very important role for the private sector. So in this fast-changing scenario, the past can no longer be an orientative index. The time has come up that we need to build up a corporate culture of PQRS into our school system. P stands for the productivity. We may call it accountability. Q stands for the quality, no compromise about the quality. R stands for the rate, yani the quality education and affordable rate. And the S stands for the scalability. The school world over are witnessing key shifts. There is a growing interest in reinventing the school education through institutional changes. They are from delivering content to building capacity, how to develop the generic skills of the students and the teachers, from stand-alone institutions to value-adding networks, enriching the curriculum design and the curriculum transactions, from delivering curriculum to co-creating curriculum, school-based curriculum development. We are already doing that. Many schools have started doing the WTP, MTP, they call weekly teaching plan, the monthly teaching plan. The strength of our Indian system. Yes, it has good content, but information rich. Our students are academically good, but very poor on hands-on activities. They are motivated students, but extrinsic goals of performance override the intrinsic goals. Fairly good achievement of our students globally, but that very in a restrictive areas, and that too from few islands of excellence. A fairly good system of governance which allows a fair scope for autonomy to private players to run the show. And the weaknesses that lies in our system are the two P's. One P is the processes, where continuous improvement is required to upgrade the quality of education. And second is the people, how to attract the best people in our teaching profession. Why can't we attract the 30% of our top graduates and the postgraduates into the system and then put them on the induction training and all sorts of other training instead of asking for a trained teachers, which we are not getting. So the real challenge today lies not only to ensure the quality infrastructure, changing the very ergonometric designs of our classrooms, libraries, and laboratories, but how to achieve the world-class standards, especially in science, technology, language, and mathematics. I will not call STEM today. I will call STLM. How can we achieve the world-class standards? How to measure up globally, how to relate education to life outside the schools, how to re-engineer and realign the mindset that is still tuned with the textbook-based learning, institutional-based learning, time-bound knowledge acquisition, fixed timetable, and the stereotypes and the repetitive teaching learning processes.